you will have the opportunity to use the sewing machines. Sewing machines are a wonderful tool that will help take your designs from concept to creation. A common application where you could use a sewing machine is when creating a wearable device that is encased in cloth, like a belt or an arm cuff. When using the sewing machines, please be mindful of eye injury hazards, in addition to pinch and sharp hazards. Personal protective equipment, also known as PPE, is available, including goggles and earplugs. Before using any machine, it is important to fully read and understand the standard operating procedures and operator's manual. All machines are different and have different procedures to follow during setup and in operation. Before you begin, make sure any loose clothing or hair is tied back. When actively using the sewing machine, keep your fingers free of the moving components and ensure all safety shields and guards are in place prior to turning the machine on. Never leave a machine unattended and always pay close attention when it is in operation. Be aware of your surroundings and use caution. Do not place anything on or around the pressure foot as you run the risk of turning the machine on without warning. Only use attachments that are provided in the design studio. This will ensure that no accidents caused by incompatibility could cause harm to you or the machine. When you are removing work materials or replacing parts, turn off the machine first, then disconnect from the power supply. This will prevent electrical hazards and a large number of accidents. Before each use, always inspect the machine for damage, including the power cord and pedal. Ensure that all ventilation openings are clear of lint or cloth and the settings are appropriate for the task you intend to perform. Only use the sewing machine for its intended purposes as described in the operator's manual. When operating, keep your eyes on the sewing area and do not touch any moving parts. Before sewing a new material, manually check to see if the material is sewable by attempting to pierce it with a needle. Do not use a fabric that is too thick or else you might break the machine. The same applies to fiberglass, wood, metal, traditional glass, and other hard materials. Also check to make sure the thread you are using is appropriate for your project and machine. Sometimes the thread can cause a jam. Regularly inspect the needle to make sure it is not bent, dull, or damaged. Never use a bent or damaged needle. Always put pins and needles in a pin cushion after use, and never leave them on a table. If you follow all these rules, you can expect a safe and enjoyable sewing experience. If any issues do arise, please let a staff member know.